Hi students, welcome back to All Force e-learning classes. In this session, let us discuss about the relation between the two circles. That means the position of the circle with respect to another circle. The position of the circle with respect to another circle. Next, common tangents for two given circles. That means direct common tangents, transverse common tangents, and lengths of the tangents, equation of the tangents. Okay. Before we enter into this chapter, that means position of the circle with respect to another circle. First, we learn about these values. Touching circles. What are the touching circles? Suppose this is one of the line and this is one of the circle. This circle and line having only one common point. That point is said to be point of contact. In this case, this line is said to be tangent to this circle. In the same way, if the two circles having only exactly one common point, that means these two circles are meet at only one point P. These two circles meet exactly at one point P. Then these circles are said to be touching type of circles. Touching type of circles. Suppose the circle is in this way. The two circles are in this way. In this way. Here P is the point of contact. In this case also the two circles are touch each other. In this case the circles touch each other externally. In this case the circles touch each other internally. In this case point of contact P. Here C1 center, C2 center. C1, C2 point of contact. All of these are collinear. That means their lines are the same line. Okay. First note these points. Touching circles. Touching circles. If two circles meet at one and only one point P, then they are said to touch each other at P. This common point P is called point of contact of two circles. Point of contact of two circles. Please note these two diagrams. C1, C2, P is the common point. Here the two circles touch each other externally. Here the two circles touch each other internally. Please note this diagram. Here P is said to be point of contact. Okay. Next. Position of a circle with respect to another circle. Position of a circle with respect to another circle. In previous sessions, we discussed about the position of the point with respect to the circle, the position of the line with respect to the circle. Suppose S is equal to 0 is one of the circle and Px1, y1 is any point in the plane containing the circle, then the point P lies inside or on the circle or outside. That can be found by using the notation of S11. If S11 greater than 0, the point lies outside, is equal to 0 on the circle, less than 0, the point lies inside of the circle. Okay. Next, the position of the line with respect to the circle. To find the position of the line with respect to the circle, first we find radius and perpendicular distance from center to the line. Suppose this is the line. Perpendicular distance from center to this line is D. If D less than R, then the line cuts the circle at two different points. If D is equal to R, then the line touches the circle. If D greater than R, then the line neither touch nor intersect the circle. That means away from the circle. Okay. Position of the point with respect to the circle, position of the line with respect to the circle. Now we find the position of the circle with respect to another circle. Position of the circle with respect to another circle. First, suppose the two circles are in this way. This is one of the circle, this is another circle. Let's C1, C2 be the centers of two circles and R1, R2 be the radius of the two circles. Here, what is the distance between C1, C2? Here, the distance between C1 to 2. C1 is the center of first circle, C2 is the center of second circle. By using the distance formula, we find C1, C2. Here, the radius of this circle is, this is R1. The radius of the second circle is, it is R2. Please observe these points. C1, C2 is equal to, we get sum of the value, distance between the two values. R1 plus R2, add R1 plus R2. Please observe this point. C1 C2 is equal to R1 plus R2 plus some distance. This value is something. That means clearly C1 C2 is more than C1 C2 is always greater than R1 plus R2. If one of the circle is away from the other circle, that means they are not intersecting, not touch each other, then C1 C2 greater than R1 plus R2. Let C1 be the C1 comma C2 be the centers and R1 R2 be the radii of the two circles. S is equal to 0 comma S dash is equal to 0 respectively. If C1 C2 greater than R1 plus R2, then one of the circle is away from the other circle. That means every circle completely lies outside of the other circle. Every circle completely lies outside of the other circle. Okay. Next, suppose the circles are in this way. In this way, it is the center C1 C2. Here, the distance between the center C1 C2 is equal to this value. These two circles touch each other at P, externally. Here, C1 C2 is nothing but C1P plus PC2. C1P is this value is R1, this value is R2. That means clearly C1 C2 is equal to R1 plus R2. If C1 C2 is equal to R1 plus R2, what is the condition? Then the two circles touch each other externally. Two circles touch each other externally. Okay. Next. Suppose the circles are in this way. It is the center C1, it is the center C2. If C1, C2 less than R1 plus R2, at the same time, mod of R1 minus R2 is less than C1, C2 less than R1 plus R2, then the two circles intersect at two different points. Two circles intersect at two different points. Okay. Next, suppose the circles are in this way. One of the circle completely lies inside and touch each other at a point P. It is the C1, it is the C2. C1, C2, P are collinear. Okay. This value is R1. This value is R1. This value is R2. Clearly, C1, C2 is equal to value R1 minus R2. Suppose R1 greater than R2, R1 minus R2. Suppose R2 greater than R1, R2 minus R1. That means C1, C2 is equal to mod R1 minus R2. If C1, C2 is equal to mod R1 minus R2, then the two circles are touch each other internally. Okay, here, suppose mod R1 minus R2 is less than C1, C2. Mod R1 minus R2 value less than C1, C2, then they are intersecting. If mod R1 minus R2 is equal to C1, C2, they are touch each other. Please observe this point. If the circle moves in this way, C1, C2 distance is reduced. If C1, C2 is equal to mod R1 minus R2, the circle completely lies inside of this circle and that value equal. If that value not equal, the circle lies this side. That means mod R1 minus R2 less than C1, C2 less than R1 plus R2. Then the two circles are intersecting at two different points. Okay. Next, suppose C1, C2 is less than mod R1 minus R2. C1, C2 is less than mod R1 minus R2. That means the circles are in this way. One of the circle lies completely inside of the other circle. Then C1, C2 is always less than mod R1 minus R2. In this case, one of the circle completely lies inside of the circle. Suppose C1, C2 is equal to 0. Both centers of the circles are coincide. That means C1, C2 is equal to 0. That circles are said to be concentric circles. Okay, that circles are said to be concentric circles. Please note these points. Position of a circle with respect to another circle. Position of a circle with respect to another circle. Let C1 comma C2 be centers and R1 comma R2 be radii of two circles. S is equal to 0 comma S dash is equal to 0 respectively. S is equal to 0 comma S dash is equal to 0 respectively. Position of the circle with respect to another circle. First point. If please note this diagram and this matter. If C1, C2 greater than R1 plus R2, then one of the circle is away from the other circle. If C1, C2 greater than R1 plus R2, then one of the circle is away from the other circle. That is, each circle completely lies outside of other circle. Each circle completely lies outside of the another circle. Second point. If C1, C2 is equal to R1 plus R2, then two circles touch each other externally. If C1, C2 is equal to R1 plus R2, then the two circles touch each other externally. The point of contact P divides the line segment C1, C2 in the ratio of R1 is to R2 internally. Please note this diagram. Here C1, C2 are center of the circles, P is the point of contact. Here P lies in between the line segment AB. That means it divides internally. P divides in the ratio of C1P is to PC2. C1P is nothing but R1. PC2 is nothing but R2. So P divides the line segment C1, C2 in the ratio of R1 is to R2 internally. If the circles touch each other externally, then the point of contact divides internally the line segment C1, C2. The point of contact divides the line segment C1, C2 internally in the ratio of R1 is to R2. Okay. Next, third one. If mod R1 minus R2 less than C1, C2 less than R1 plus R2, then two circles intersect at two different points, capital P, capital Q. Two circles intersect at two different points, capital P, capital Q. The chord PQ is said to be common chord of these two circles. Please note this diagram. Suppose the circles are intersecting in this way at PQ. The line joining this PQ is said to be, it is the chord for this circle and this circle. So PQ is said to be common chord. Chord PQ is said to be common chord of the two circles. Next, fourth one. If C1, C2 is equal to mod R1 minus R2, then the two circles touch each other internally. The point of contact P divides the line segment C1, C2 in the ratio of R1 is to R2 externally. R1 is to R2 externally. Suppose the two circles are touch each other internally. Say this value is C1, this value is C2. This is C1, C2. Okay. P is the point of contact here. P divides in the ratio of C1P is to C2P. What is the value of C1P? C1P is nothing but R1. C2P is nothing but R2. But the point P lies outside of the line segment. That means it divides the line segment C1, C2 externally. Divides the line segment C1, C2 in the ratio of R1 is to R2 externally. Please note this point. Very, very important. If the circles touch each other internally, then the point of contact divides externally. This point of contact lies outside of the line segment. So, it divides externally. Externally means negative ratio. Okay. Next, fifth one. If C1, C2 less than R1 plus R2, if C1, C2 less than R1 plus R2, then one of the circle completely lies inside of the other circle in this way. One of the circle completely lies inside of the other circle. Okay, next, sixth one. If C1, C2 is equal to 0, C1, C2 is equal to 0 means both centers are coincide. That means these circles are said to be concentric circles. If C1, C2 is equal to 0, then the two circles are concentric. Okay, please note these 6 points and diagrams. Next, common tangents for two given circles. Common tangents for two given circles. Suppose S is equal to 0 is one of the circle and the line L is equal to 0 touches this circle, then it is said to be tangent. Common tangent for two circles means if the line L is equal to 0 touches both of the given circles, then that line is said to be common tangent. Suppose S is equal to 0 is one of the circle and S dash is equal to 0 is another circle. Okay, the line L is equal to 0 touches the first circle at P and second circle at Q. This line L is equal to 0 is the tangent to the first circle and this line L is equal to 0 is a tangent to the second circle. This line L is equal to 0 is the tangent for both of the circles. That means this line is said to be common tangent for both of the circles. Common tangent for both of the circles. Okay, these common tangents are two types: direct common tangent and transverse common tangent. Suppose the line L is equal to 0 is a common tangent, and if the two circles lies on the same side of the line, then they are said to be, this tangent is said to be direct common tangent. Suppose the tangent is in this way, in this way. In this case, this line L is equal to 0 touches these two circles at 2 points. Okay, this is the point A, this is the point B, say. It is a common tangent for both circles. In this case, the line is L is equal to 0. L is equal to 0 is one of the common tangent for these two circles. But this circle and this circle lies on either side of this line. If the two circles lies on either side of the line, then they are said to be transverse common tangent. If both the circles lies on the same side of the common tangent, then they are said to be direct common tangents. Okay, please note these points. Common tangents. If a line L is equal to 0, if a line L is equal to 0 touches the circles S is equal to 0, S dash is equal to 0, then the line L is equal to 0 is said to be tangent or common tangent to two circles. Simply tangent or common tangent to two circles. These common tangents are two types. They are, first one, direct common tangent. Second one, transverse common tangent. Again heading, direct common tangent. A common tangent L is equal to 0 of two circles S is equal to 0, S dash is equal to 0 is said to be a common tangent L is equal to 0 of two circles S is equal to 0, S dash is equal to 0 is said to be direct common tangent of two circles if the two circles S is equal to 0, S dash is equal to 0 lies on same side of the line L is equal to 0. Here, this is the line L is equal to 0. It is the common tangent. These two circles lies on same side. Suppose another line, this is in this way. It is also a tangent. These two circles lies on the same side. This is also a direct common tangent. Okay. Direct common tangent. Next, transverse common tangent. Transverse common tangent. Say, a common tangent L is equal to 0 of two circles S is equal to 0, S dash is equal to 0 is said to be transverse common tangent. Transverse common tangent of two circles if the two circles S is equal to 0, S dash is equal to 0 lies on either side of the line L is equal to 0. Either side of the line L is equal to 0. It is the line L is equal to 0, say P, Q are point of contacts. Okay. This circle lies on either side of this line. So, this tangent is said to be transverse common tangent. Transverse common tangent. Next, number of tangents for the given circles. Next one, number of tangents for the given circles. Next, number of common tangents for two given circles. First one, if C1, C2 greater than R1 plus R2, then one of the circles is away from the other circle. In this case, please observe this point, this diagram. Here, this is one of the direct common tangent, this is one of the direct common tangent. We get two direct common tangents. This is one of the transverse common tangent, this is other transverse tangent. We get two direct common tangents, two transverse common tangents. That means totally we get 4 common tangents for these two circles. Okay. Next, suppose C1, C2 is equal to R1 plus R2. Then the two circles touch each other externally. In this case, we get two direct common tangents. These are direct common tangents. The two circles lies on the same side. In this case, the two circles lies on the same side. These two are direct common tangents. It is the transverse common tangent. One of the circle lies on this side, another circle lies on this side. It is said to be transverse common tangent. Total number of tangents is equal to 3. Out of this, direct common tangents is equal to transverse common tangent is equal to 1. Okay. Next, if mod R1 minus R2 less than C1, C2 less than R1 plus R2, then the two circles are intersecting to each other. In this case, we get direct common tangents are 2 and transverse common tangent is 0. No transverse common tangent exists here. Okay. Total number of common tangents is equal to. Next, if C1, C2 is equal to mod R1 minus R2 means the two circles touch each other internally. The two circles touch each other internally. Say P is the point of contact. Here we can draw only one tangent. That tangent is transverse common tangent or the direct common tangent. Please observe this point. In this case, this is the line L is equal to 0. The two circles lies on same side of the line. So it is said to be direct common tangent. It is said to be direct common tangent. One direct common tangent, number of transfer common tangents is equal to 0, total possible tangents is equal to 1. Next, if C1, C2 less than mod R1 minus R2, that means the one of the circle lies completely inside of the other circle. If the circle lies inside of the other circle, the number of possible tangents, common tangents is equal to 0. No tangent exists. Okay. Next, if C1, C2 is equal to 0, that means two circles are concentric, same. Circle lies inside. So number of common tangents is equal to 0. Okay. Please note these points. First one, number of common tangents. Let C1, C2 greater than R1 plus R2. Please note the diagram. Number of direct common tangents is equal to number of transverse common tangents is equal to total number of tangents is equal to 4. When one of the circle is away from the other circle, total number of common tangents is equal to 4, direct to transverse to. Please note this diagram. Second one. If C1, C2 is equal to R1 plus R2, let C1, C2 is equal to R1 plus R2. First point. Number of direct common tangents is equal to 2. Number of direct common tangents is equal to number of transfer common tangents is equal to 1. Only 1. This is the transfer common tangent. Total number of tangents is equal to common tangents is equal to 2 plus 1 means 3. Total number of common tangents is equal to 3. Okay. Please note this diagram. Next, third one. If mod R1 minus R2 less than C1, C2 less than R1 plus R2, then the two circles are intersecting at two different points. In this way, diagram is in this way. In this case, we get two direct common tangents, no transfer common tangent. Please note this value. Number of direct common tangents is equal to number of transfer common tangents is equal to 0. Total number of common tangents is equal to 2 plus 0 means 2. Next, fourth one. Let C1, C2 is equal to mod R1 minus R2. In this case, the two circles touch each other internally. Say P to the point of contact. At this point, we get only one tangent. This tangent is direct common tangent. Note this. Number of direct common tangents is equal to 1. Number of transfer common tangents is equal to 0. Total number of common tangents is equal to 1. Fifth one. Let C1, C2 less than R1 mod R1 minus R2. Then one of the circle completely lies inside of the other circle. Please note this diagram. In this case, no common tangent exists. Number of direct common tangents is equal to 0. Number of transfer common tangents is equal to 0. Total number of tangents is equal to 0. No tangent exists. Common tangent. Sixth point. Let C1, C2 is equal to 0. Then the two circles are concentric. In this case also, no common tangent exists. Number of direct common tangents is equal to 0. Transfer common tangents is equal to 0. Total number of tangents is equal to 0. Okay. Please note these values. Next, length of the common tangents for two given circles. That means length of the direct common tangent and length of the transfer common tangent. Okay. Note this point. Length of the common tangents for two given circles. First one. The length of direct common tangent is equal to root over d square minus r1 minus r2 whole square or r2 minus r1 whole square. R1 minus R2 whole square or R2 minus R1 whole square. Okay. Length of the transverse common tangent is equal to root over d square minus R1 plus R2 whole square, where d is equal to distance between the centers of two circles, that means C1, C2. D is equal to C1, C2. Line segment C1, C2, that is equal to distance between the centers of two given circles, and R1, R2 be radii of the given circles. R1, R2 are radii of the given circles. Okay, proof. First, we can prove the length of the direct common tangent. Suppose the two circles are in this way. It is one of the circle and this is another circle. Please observe these points. It is C1, it is C2. Okay, this is the direct common tangent. Say this is the direct common tangent. This is also direct common. Length of the direct common tangents both are equal. Okay, this is one of the direct length of the direct common tangents. Say this value is L. Now we find the L is equal to root over d square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. We can prove that the L is equal to root over d square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. Okay, suppose this common tangent touches the first circle at P, second circle at Q. Let the common tangents touches the first circle at P and second circle at Q. Joint CP. This angle must be 90 degrees. Angle between the radius and tangent is 90 degrees. Joint C to Q. This angle is also 90 degrees. Okay. C1 C2. Joint C1 C2. It is the distance between the centers of the two circles. D is the distance between the centers of the two circles. Now, draw one of the line which is passes through C2 and parallel to PQ. Draw a line which is passing through C2 and parallel to PQ in this way. Please observe this point. PQ is one of the tangent. Draw the line which is parallel to PQ and passing through C2. That means this angle is also 90 degrees. These two are parallel. This angle 90, this angle 90. Automatically this is equal to 90, this is equal to 90. It forms a rectangle. It is definitely rectangle. Say this value is M. Okay. This is the length of the direct common tangent L. So in a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. This also L. Okay. Here this angle is equal to 90 degrees. It is D. This length is this radius of the first circle is R1. Radius of the second circle is this is R2. This is R2. That means opposite side of this PM is also R2. This value is also R2. So this value must be equal to R1 minus R2. Now from triangle C1MC2, it is the right angle triangle. Please observe this value. It is the right angle triangle. In right angle triangle, hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. The side opposite to 90 degrees is the hypotenuse. That means C1C2 whole square is equal to next C1M whole square plus MC2 whole square. MC2 is nothing but here. C1M is nothing but R1 minus R2. C1C2 means D square. D square is equal to C1M means R1 minus R2 whole square plus L square. So L square is equal to what is the value? D square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. Therefore L is equal to root over D square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. Please note this diagram clearly. Let PQ is equal to L be the length of direct common tangent. PQ is equal to L be the length of the direct common tangent. Okay. Let M be the projection of C2 on the line C1P. Let M be the projection of C2 on the line C1P. That means this angle is 90 degrees projection. Clearly, C2QPM forms a rectangle. That means this value is equal to M, this value is equal to M. Okay. Now from the triangle C1MC2, triangle C1C2M, angle C1MC2 is equal to 90 degrees. That means it is right angle triangle. Therefore, hypotenuse square means C1C2 whole square is equal to C1M square plus C2M square. C1M is nothing but this total length minus this value. This value is R2. So this is R1 minus R2. D square is equal to R1 minus R2 whole square plus C2M is nothing but length of the tangent L. Both are equal. L square. Therefore, L square is equal to D square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. That implies L is equal to root over D square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. Therefore, length of the direct common tangent is equal to under root D square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. Please note this point. Suppose in this case the two circles touch each other externally. What is the length of the direct common tangent? Suppose the two circles touch each other externally. That means in this way. It is the C1, C2. Length of the direct common tangent PQ, this value is L. Here, length of the direct common tangent is equal to root over D square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. In this case, if the two circles touch each other externally, what is the distance between C1 C2? Here C1 C2 is nothing but R1 plus R2. So D is equal to R1 plus R2. That implies that is equal to root over R1 plus R2 whole square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. A plus B whole square minus A minus B whole square means 4AB. That means 4R1 R2. That is equal to 2 root R1 R2. If the two circuits touch each other externally, then the length of the direct common tangent is equal to 2 root R1 R2. Very, 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 very important. Please note this point. Note. If two circles touch each other externally, then length of direct common tangent is equal to 2 root R1 comma R2, where R1 comma R2 are radii of the given circles. You can write proof also. Please note this diagram. Length of the direct common tangent is equal to root over d square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. Already we proved this value. Since d is equal to R1 plus R2, if the two circles touch each other externally, then d is equal to distance between the two centers is equal to R1 plus R2. That is equal to root over R1 plus R2 whole square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. That is equal to root 4 R1 R2. That is equal to 2 root R1 R2. Next, length of the transverse common tangent. Length of the transverse common tangent is equal to under root d square minus R1 plus R2 whole square. Proof. Please observe this diagram. It is one of the circuit with the center C1, another circle C2 with the circle center C2. Say this is the transverse common tangent. This is the transverse common tangent. Say this length is L. This touches the first circle at P and second circle at Q. Now we find the length of this PQ. PQ is equal to L. Okay. Next, join C1 C2. Join C1 C2. It is nothing but D. C1 C2 is nothing but distance between the two circle centers is D. Okay. Join C1P and extend this line. Join C2Q. Okay. Now find the projection of C2 on the extended line CP. Let M be the projection of C2. Projection means it is perpendicular or parallel to this value. It is nothing but this angle is 90 degrees. This angle is 90 degrees. Draw a line which is through C2 which is parallel to PQ. That means this value. This angle is 90 degrees. Simply it is the projection. It is parallel to this tangent. Tangent is perpendicular to this value. So automatically it is the projection. Okay. Draw a line through C2 which is parallel to the transverse common tangent PQ. It meets this line at M. Here PMC2Q is a rectangle. The length of this value is L. Automatically this length C2M is also L. Okay. Here the radius of the first circle is R1. Radius of the second circle is R2. This is R2. In a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. That means this is also R2. So this total length is equal to R1 plus R2. This total length is R1 plus R2. Okay. Now observe this triangle. C1MC2. This is right angle triangle. In right angle triangle, hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. Hypotenuse is nothing but D. One of the side is L. Other side is R1 plus R2. That means D square is equal to R1 plus R2 whole square plus L square. What is the value of L square? D square minus R1 plus R2 whole square. Therefore, length of the transverse common tangent is equal to D square minus R1 plus R2 whole square. Please note this diagram clearly. Let L be the length of the transverse common tangent. And draw a line C to M which is parallel to the transverse common tangent PQ. Draw a line C to M which is parallel to the transverse common tangent PQ. From triangle C1 C2M, C1 C2 is equal to D and C1 M is equal to R1 plus R2. C2M is equal to C2M means length of the direct common tangent, transverse common tangent L. Here M is equal to 90 degrees. By using Pythagoras theorem, C1 C2 whole square is equal to C1 C2 whole square is equal to C1 M square plus C2 M square. C1 C2 value is D. C1 M means R1 plus R2 whole square plus C2M is nothing but L, length of the transverse common tangent. That implies L square is equal to D square minus R1 plus R2 whole square. Therefore, L is equal to root over D square minus R1 plus R2 whole square. It is the length of the transverse common tangent. Okay.